Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about fourth unit. Our fourth unit title is structures and unions. The first half of the unit we are going to discuss about structure concept, and the rest of the unit we are going to discuss about union concepts. So first of all we are going to discuss about structure concept. In structures we are going to discuss about what is structures, why do we use structure concept in our C program, and how do we define the structure, and how do we declare the structure, how to use the structure within structures, how to pass the structures to a functions, array of structures, and pointers to the structures. So first of all we want to know why do we need why do we use structure concept in our C program. We know already we have used variables and array concepts. If you want to store single value, there we prefer variable concept. If you want to store a similar data item, so there we prefer array concepts. So here also the same. If you want to store different data item in a common name, so there we prefer the structure concepts. For example, student contains a different attribute or a different data item, a roll number, name, a mark, address. So different things we can store under the common name, that is called structures. Next we are going to discuss about the structure definition. Structure is a collection of different data items, roll number, name, mark, stored in a common name, student. So this is a definition of structures. So actually structure is one of the user defined data type. So inside the data type, inside the structure we can include n number of structure member in our program. How do we create a structure? This is a syntax of structure program. Struct is a keyword. All the letters should be lowercase, then followed by structure name. Structure name is a user defined name. We can follow the identifier rules and regulation. Inside the braces we can include n number of structure members. So in front of the structure members we have to use the respective data type. So end with semicolon, that should be a mandatory. This is an example of structures. So here I am going to create one structure for students. Struct name is a student. The student, it contains three structure members, roll number, name, mark, and with semicolon should be mandatory. So actually this is a structure, student structure. The same thing if you create in our program, so while compiling, that time it will not allocate the memory. So if you want to allocate the memory, we have to do another one more step, that is called structure variable creation. So now I use a code block. The same thing I am going to create here. Struct student. So inside the student it contains int roll number, name is a character data type, character, name 20, then int mark, end with a semicolon. So if we execute now, or if I compile now, our compiler will not allocate the memory, because now I created the structure, it will not allocate the memory. So if you want to create a memory, we have to do another one more step, that is called structure variable creation. So here the important points to be remembered: every structure end with a semicolon, that should be mandatory, and while starting the structure we have to use the structure keyword. It's a keyword, all the letters should be lowercase. How to create the structure variable? So we can create a structure variable in two ways. One is inside the main function. So here I created the structure. Inside the main function I can create the structure variable struct structure name, and this is the structure variable. So S1 or S whatever it may be, it is also a user defined name, we can give any name. So if you create a structure variable, so here the memory allocation will be like this. So S1, so inside the S1 it is a structure, so a structure variable. Inside the structure it will allocate the memory like this: roll number 4 bytes, name is a character array 20 bytes it will allocate, mark is a integer data type, 4 bytes of memory it allocates. Totally for S1 variable it allocates 28 bytes of memory in our compiler. This is another way of structure variable creation. So before semicolon we can use a structure variable. This way also we can create. Usually I prefer this way to create the structure variable. Then how to access the data members in a structures? With the help of dot operator we can access the structure members. So S1 is a structure variable, roll number is a structure data member. With the help of dot operator we can access. So this is an example of structure program. So here our struct, I am going to create a structure for students. It contains roll number, name, mark. So this is a structure variable creation. So the variable is S1. So this program, what it does, the program gets the values from the user through the structure, and the same way it will display the value to the user through the structure concepts. So here our program, it will get the value, enter the roll number with the help of scanf. So here I didn't declare any variable. With the help of structure variable it will get the value S1 dot roll number, S1 dot name, S1 dot mark. So with the help of scanf our program will get the values, and after that the similar way S1 dot roll number, S1 dot name, S1 dot mark, so it will display to the user. So this is a simple program. The output is this is our output. Enter the roll number 1, enter the name Akash, enter the mark 91. The details are roll number 1, name Akash, and mark 91. These things we achieved through the structure concepts. So now I will show the small demo. So now I created one structure. So here I am going to create a structure variable S. So now I will not declare any variable. I am going to use the structure data member, structure variables, and structure data member. So here I am going to get the value from the user. Printf, enter the roll number, scanf, %d, address of s dot roll number. So actually, so all of you look at here. If you want to access a roll number, we cannot directly access. So it is like a class. So the structure variable is a faculty. These roll number, name, and mark, these are all the students. If anyone so if anyone cannot directly talk to the students, if they want to talk to the students through faculty only, it's possible. So S1 dot roll number, S1 dot name, S1 dot mark, that way only it's possible. Similarly here also the same thing. So S dot roll number, just I am copying and pasting the code here. Enter the roll number, enter the name. Name is a character data character array, so I am directly using %s. So if you use a %s, no need to use ampersand symbol. S dot name. Then after that mark. Enter the mark. So here mark. So after getting the values, so I am going to display the value to the user. Printf, the details are /n, and with the semicolon, printf %t, here the roll number, otherwise roll number, just a roll number, roll number colon, sorry, roll number colon %d /n. So here roll number, s dot roll number. end with a semicolon. The same thing I am going to copy here and paste it here. Roll number, name. So here percentage yes, then as usual. So here name. Then another one more thing is mark. So this is our structure program. Now I am going to compile our program and execute the program. So without any error it is executing. Enter the roll number 1, enter the name Akash, enter the mark 99. The details are roll number 1, name Akash, mark 99. So this way we confirm that it is executing perfectly. This is the output. Then second example. So I am creating one more structure that is called employee. It contains 3 structure members: employee number, name, salary. So here I created one structure variable that is emp1. The same thing I am going to use here inside the main function. We are using scanf. With the help of scanf, our program will get the value from the user and store it in the respective memory location. So after that, the same value we are going to display to the user. So this is a small program for employee examples. The next one is in C programming, our compiler, how it will allocate the memory for structure concept. Struct student, struct S should be a small letter, all the cases should be a small letters, lower cases, and struct the student. So it is a user defined name. We can follow the identifier rules and regulation. The student, it contains 3 data members: roll number, name, mark. And this one is a structure variable. Without using structure variable, our compiler will not allocate the memory. So here roll number is an integer data type. It is a 1 variable, 1 into 4, totally 4 bytes. Then name into number of blocks is 20, 20 into 1, 20 bytes. Then 1 into 4, mark is a integer data type. So how many variable? Only 1 variable, 1 into 4, totally 4 bytes. So actually in structure concept, it allocates the memory separately for each and every data item. So that is the one important thing. Then finally for S1 structure variable, it allocates 28 bytes of memory in our compiler. The next thing is nested structure. So we have already discussed about a nested loop. A nested loop means loop inside another one more loop. So similar way here also we are going to use structure inside we are going to use another one more structure. So this is a small example for nested structures. So here I am going to use 2 structures. So first we are going to discuss about this structure. Struct is a keyword. Student structure. The student structure, it contains the following structure members: roll number, name, mark. And additionally we are going to use another 2 more data structure members with the help of another 1 more structures. So that structure is I have declared here struct college. So college is another 1 more structure. This structure contains 2 things: a college ID and a college name. So once if we create the structures, these things I can declare here. So this is the outer structure. Inner structure I have used these college structures. Then after that our program, it will with the help of structures, it will collect the values from the user and it will be stored to the respective memory location. After that it will display to the user. So how to our program get the value from the user? S1.roll number, S1.name, S1.mark. It will follow our previous program. Then college ID name S1.C1.college ID and S1.C1.college name. So this way it will get the values and after that our program will display with the help of printf, it will display to the user. So this is the exam output of this respective program. Enter the roll number 1, enter the name Akash, enter the mark 91, enter the college ID 1234 and enter the college name Sona. The details are all the things, it will be displayed in the proper way. So this is the output of this program. The same thing I am going to show one small demo. So already I have created one structure, the student structure. It contains roll number, name, mark. So additionally we have to include two more things, that is called college name and college ID. So for that purpose, here I am going to plan to use nested structure. I am going to create another one more structure. That structure name is college. It contains two things: integer college ID. College ID I represent CID, and college name, it's a character array. College name and with a semicolon. So nested structure means structure inside another one more structure. So for that these things I am going to refer inside this structure. Struct name is a college, that structure variable is C. So this structure variable is yes, and this structure variable is yes. So now I am going to get the values from the user: s dot roll number, s dot name, and s dot mark. And additionally we have to collect two more things, that is college ID and the college name. Enter the college ID, s dot c dot college ID, s dot c dot college ID. Enter the college name. S dot. So here it is a character array, percentage s. So here no need to use ampersand symbol. S dot c dot college name. College ID percentage d. S dot c dot college ID. Then next another one is college name. College name percentage s dot c dot college name. Now I am going to compile our program, and after that execute our program. So without any error it is showing the output. So now we have to give the input. Enter the roll number 1, enter the name Akash, enter the mark 91, college ID 1234, college name Sona. So the details are roll number 1, name Akash, mark 91, college ID 1234, college name Sona. So this is what example of nested structure. So now we are going to give the summary of this session. These sessions we have discussed about what is structure. Structure is a collection of different data items stored in a common name. Then after that how to declare the structure name. Inside we can use a number of data member, and how to create a structure variable. So structure variable we can use two ways. One is inside the main function, or otherwise before semicolon, there we can use. Then structure within structure, nested structure also we can use. That is the thing. So these things are we have discussed in our sessions. Thank you for watching.